They went with sons of the battle. They were young, strays of them, true of eye, steady and alert. They were staunch to the end against us untouched. They fell with their faces to the floor. They should not grow old, as we that are all never grow old. Age should not weary them. No, the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in morning, we will remember them.
Some curious onlookers, that's good. I guess that includes our tribute to our American friends who fought in all the wars, and also especially to the men who died within the walls of these prisons. There were 11 other POWs who were not executed, and they were set free at the end of the war, and they went home to their families in America. So that, sorry? Not that I'm aware of, no. So they, altogether that we know of, there were 25 young Americans aging from 19 to about 26 or 27. So it was, as I was telling Shelley before, it's 58 days before the end of the war. There was no need for the execution. The Japanese knew they were losing. It was just another part of the sadistic, cruel treatment that they awarded. After the war, the Japanese officers who were in charge of the Taiwan prisoners of war and the judges in this case and a couple of the guards were brought to war crimes trials in Tokyo. The 2 judges were sentenced to be executed, but that was commuted to life imprisonment. The others were given, the other 3 basic war criminals were given 20, 30, and 40 years respectively. But when the Americans left Japan in 1952, after MacArthur's groups pulled out, they basically turned the keys of Sagamo prison over to the Japanese and said, well, you take care of them, make sure they serve their sentences. And within weeks, the prison doors were open and everybody became free. And even the Class A war criminals, some of them within a few years, one became the Prime Minister of Japan about 1957 or 58. So in many cases, justice was never done. But that's history, and that's what happened. And we guess it'd be nice if it was different, but it isn't. So, but at least today, because of our efforts and efforts of Democrats abroad and other people who care and remember, these guys aren't forgotten, and that's really what matters. It's not so much what history did to them, but that we remember them and that they won't be forgotten. They'll have a place in our hearts and in our memories, and hopefully every Memorial Day we'll do this now from now on. So, anyway, thanks to our Meager Hill group for coming out, and Shelley for coming. That's really great. And that Sandy can see worthy to get something in the paper tonight or for tomorrow anyway.
What's for tomorrow, by the way?
It'll be
what is going to be for tomorrow?
We're going to kind of do the same thing again tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Only it was basically planned for tomorrow by the Democrats abroad. So if you want to come back tomorrow, you can do another one. But anyway, you know, I think, as I said to Sandy and Michael in the email, at least, you know, if this gets online, it goes overseas, it will show people in America what we do in Taiwan on Memorial Day. And even if there's only half a dozen of us today and half a dozen tomorrow, at least the veterans in America and wherever will know that, hey, they're not forgotten. We're here to remember them. It's a working day in Taiwan, so not many people can come. Anyway. Oh, thank you again for your help. Okay. So, organizing this. Well, it's not hard to have people see what they do. I'll see if I can make it in tomorrow. If you want me to bring the stuff back, I can do that. But, I don't know, I'm assuming that we'd like to go for lunch together. Well, you were saying about this place called Porkers or something. I had no idea where it is. Is that close to here?
Well, it's not that far. It's not right up here.
Go there and this one I think
Yeah, no, thank you. Thanks for having it. Enjoy
writing a little bit of
California Gym, back to California Gym.
I have to leave now.
Okay. Well,
thank you for inviting me to join your
So what do you do with your